Every country has its own unique aspects in every aspect. Discussing the uniqueness of countries, this time we will introduce Bhutan, a small country that ranks first as the happiest country in Asia. However, many still wonder, where is the location of Bhutan? Bhutan is a Buddhist kingdom located in the eastern end of the Himalayas, sandwiched between two large countries, China and India. It covers an area of 38,394 square kilometers and has a population of around 760,000 people. Can you imagine the uniqueness of Bhutan being sandwiched between two countries with contrasting cultures? Until 1974, this country, also known as the Land of the Thunder Dragon, completely closed itself off from the outside world. Its people lived in harmony with nature. During that long period, the people of Bhutan successfully preserved their culture and distinctiveness. In fact, Bhutanese citizens are only allowed to marry fellow Bhutanese citizens, they are not allowed to marry foreigners. This is one way they preserve their cultural heritage and uniqueness. Bhutan is like a kingdom intentionally isolating itself to preserve its ancestral traditions and culture. Eventually, Bhutan began to open up by welcoming tourists to their region. Tourists who visit this country have to pay a hefty price as the country aims to deter tourists who may erode their way of life. This, in turn, has had a positive impact on its reputation as a country with character. Behind all of this, Bhutan also holds many unique qualities that are rarely found in other countries. Want to know what they are? Let's explore them in the following discussion. Without television and internet. Bhutan is a country that was very difficult to access. It was only in 1974 that the Bhutanese government started allowing foreign tourists to enter their country. Even until the 1960s, Bhutan had no roads, cars, telephones, postal services, or electricity. In 1999-2000, the government finally allowed the use of electronic devices such as televisions and internet networks in their country. This coincided with the 25th birthday of the then King of Bhutan's son, Jigme Khesar Namgyal Wangchuck. As a birthday gift, the king opened up access to the internet in their country. Of course, the king did not want his people to remain technologically deprived. However, strict regulations and limited access still apply, and only a few people can use these facilities. The policy implemented in late '99 made Bhutan the last country in the world to start using television. The Ministry of Happiness in Bhutan. To maintain the inner peace of its citizens, the Gross National Happiness (GNH) Committee was formed in 2008. Even the population census questionnaire has a column where individuals can indicate whether they are satisfied with their current lives or not. Moreover, there is also a Ministry of Happiness, and similar to the concept of gross domestic product, they measure the gross national happiness. Thus, the quality of life is determined by the balance between financial and mental values. Furthermore, in Bhutan, no one loses their home or becomes homeless. If someone loses their home, they just need to go to the king. The king will provide them with a plot of land, which can be used to build a house and engage in farming. A country without traffic lights. The capital of Bhutan is Thimphu. Thimphu is the only capital city in the world that does not have traffic lights. This is because every time traffic lights are installed on the city's main roads, many people object and complain to the government, requesting the removal of the traffic lights. However, this does not mean that there is no regulation on the capital's roads. Because a police officer wearing white gloves will regulate traffic on the main roads of the capital. And it has been proven that the city's residents can maintain order and discipline with the presence of these white-gloved police officers. This practice is not limited to the capital city but applies to the entire country of Bhutan. Hence, Bhutan is often referred to as the only country in the world without traffic lights. Chili is a daily staple. The people of Bhutan have a great fondness for spicy food, to the extent that chili is not considered a mere seasoning but rather a vegetable, and it is present in almost every dish. This is because Bhutan is located at a high altitude, in an area with extremely cold temperatures. Therefore, Bhutanese people enjoy consuming spicy food to warm their bodies and induce sweating, which helps them cope with the cold weather. A country that allows polygamy. Having more than one spouse may be considered normal in some countries. But what if there is a culture where wives have more than one husband? Yes, Bhutan has a cultural practice that legalizes both polygamy and polyandry in marital relationships. Both men and women are allowed to have multiple partners. According to Bhutan's marriage regulations established in 1980, polygamy and polyandry are allowed with the consent of the new woman to be married. The regulations also state that polygamous or polyandrous marriages do not receive legal recognition, neither civil nor customary law. For Bhutanese women practicing polyandry, they are allowed to marry several men but are only permitted to have one lawful husband. The tradition of polygamy and polyandry in Bhutan is usually practiced within the family circle. For example, a woman may marry a man and subsequently marry his brothers in subsequent marriages. However, even though this tradition exists, in modern times, the practice of polygamy and polyandry is gradually being abandoned by the Bhutanese society. Those were some unique facts about the country of Bhutan. What do you think? Write your opinions in the comments section.